up pretty quick. All right, guys. I was just going to go over where we're anchoring. We got to our spot, and our first anchorage that I wanted to hit, if you'll look over there, is on the other side of the intercoastal bridge. But the wind is blowing so hard out of the east. When we got over there, there was like 4 other boats, and there's just no room for error. If somebody breaks free, so we came over here to the east side of this bay, on the other side of the intercoastal, and we're going to anchor here because these mangroves are going to block our wind. And it's actually a marked anchorage on Navionics. There's actually a catamaran over there. It's a little deeper over there, but we're still at I'm at 5.5 feet of water here. And I'm a little scared because I'm not coming over here to check it out. I'm actually going by the water. But,
you're not exploring?
I don't want to call Julio again. I don't want to call Julio. No more. I like him. He was a really nice guy. But, so we're going to drop anchor here. We're, like I said, 5.5 feet of water. So, I mean, I'm going to drop a lot more scope out than it's required. So, I'm going to let this wind stop us. I like to get the boat stopped and working its way back. I'm just going to bump up as close as I can. And then once we start moving backwards, especially on a big boat like this with this big anchor and chain, I think there's 70 feet of chain. You don't want to drop your anchor and then a pile of chain on it because it can mess it up. So we're starting to move right now. So I'm going to drop the anchor here as we're going back. And you could mark your spot right when you drop the anchor and look at your electronics to see how far back you've gone. I'm just going off the chain because I know I got 70 feet. And we're in, like I said, 5.5 feet of water. But I'm probably going to drop about 100 feet just to be safe. But that's about it, guys. I just wanted to go over that with you because playing the wind in the middle of the night, the winds really pick up and we start to slip. We don't want to be running into shore, running in the ground, or if somebody else slips, I don't want them coming into us and hitting us. So I try to get away from everybody. I just wanted to go over that with you guys and show you. We just got anchored. It is blowing, I would say 25 knots, gusting to 30. And I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of the boat. Leslie just made an awesome dinner, some fajitas we're getting ready to eat. But before we ate, I wanted to kind of show you the layout here that we have at night. So real quick, what we have on the front here, just the helm. But what I like to do is I like to just start a course on my Navionics. And you'll see on the top right, distance traveled over the last 57 minutes and 50 seconds. We haven't moved at all. That way I know my anchor's holding, because sometimes the boat swings and it's a little deceiving. And here's a little living room, salon, sorry. And
dance floor.
And I installed the TV last night, and it was rough all day today, so the install held up. And this is what we're getting ready to hit. She made fajitas. Those avocados look amazing. She made 4 for me, it looks like. And then down here in the galley, so leftovers. It lights up nice at night. We can see real good. And then there's a little sitting area. Trying to edit. That's why the computer's out there. And then back here to the back room, the bed. And then the head. Big old shower. I fit in there. It's comfy. But I just wanted to give you a layout of the boat at night. It looks pretty cool. And there's a shot from front to back with the pretty lady on the left. So just wanted to show it to you. puts a smile on my face every morning. We're getting ready to head across. Hopefully have some safe travels and have a good day. Where'd we leave from?
Stewart.
What was a little...
Port St. Lucie.
Port St. Lucie. So yeah, we anchored in Port St. Lucie last night. It was windy, 25-30 knots. And we moved to that other anchorage, and that was definitely a good move. Did the bridle setup with the anchor, and man, it just stuck. I left it on Navionics there for a while. We didn't slide at all, but we had a real good night, relaxed, and we just turned into St. Lucie River. So we're in the St. Lucie River right now. We just turned off the intercoastal, and we are heading towards Lake Okeechobee, the Okeechobee waterway. I didn't say
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. So I'm getting it. We got to make a fuel stop, get some water. So since we're going a little bit slower, I don't think we're not going to make it through the Okeechobee, the whole waterway today. I don't know where we're going to end up. I know
mosquito heaven.
Well, I know I don't want to get stranded in the middle of the lake, and so we're going to have to play that accordingly. I don't know how fast it's going to take us to do the locks. Some people told me it's not that bad. It's quick. It's easy.
Not that bad, but the boat that we're in.
Yeah, we just can't get up and move. They can get up and run 20, 30 knots. Yeah. We can't. So we'll see. If not, we got some skin so soft. It's going to be it's going to be a little breezy, so we'll be fine. I think it's calling for like 14 knot winds, so I don't think we'll be too bad with the mosquitoes. But we're navigating through the St. Lucie right now, working our way to the locks. We're going to show you our process of the locks, and that might be entertaining.
There might be a few bleeps in there.
Yeah. Well, from you, because I don't cuss.
From me. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. It took some calling around in the Stewart area, but we finally found a marina to facilitate this big boat. But once we got in there, it was tight. I had to put the port stern up against one pylon just to allow the wind to catch us, to swing around to the starboard stern to get that up against a pylon so Leslie could hand the line off, and there's guys out there that grab the boat, but big boats, expensive boats around us. But we got it in there, we got it tied off, and we got fuel. And eventually we pushed away and we got back out on the water here, and we were working our way to our first lock. 47-foot vessel, westbound, calling the St. Lucie Lockmaster.
Yeah, go ahead, westbound.
Afternoon, sir. We are coming up to your lock requesting passage.
Yeah, just hang tight right there for the green light. Got an eastbounder coming down and out in a little bit.
Copy that. Sir, this is actually our first lock experience. Do you have any specific instructions you want for us?
Yeah, there's not much to it. Go ahead and put your fenders out on the port side. Come on in when you see that green light. You're going to want to take a bow and a stern line. Once you get secured, you turn your engines off and make sure you got life jackets on.
Copy that. Thank you, sir. We'll wait for the green light. Coming up pretty quick. There's the doors opening up for us. We left a little something. All right, we're pulling out on our first lock experience. Lock it up.
Okay.
But good.
Yeah, we did good.
Pretty smooth. It was uneventful. That's what we like.
Well, it was slow, just what we needed because, well, especially
Lockmaster was real nice.
Yeah, we're gonna get impatient as we go. I have a feeling though, because we're already riding slow. It's different if you have a faster boat and you can zip to the next one. We're kind of putzing along in this boat, but it was a great experience. Definitely recommend it to try, and it's a great fashion statement.
And I believe this gentleman here, he hailed him. He's waiting to take our high water, and he's going to drop down. I'd say, what, 12 feet?
Probably, yeah, probably about that.
All right, on to the next lock. So we made it through that first lock system without incident. It was a success and headed on down the Okeechobee waterway. But we were pressed for time. We were trying to get to this last lock system, which was the Port Mayaka lock system before you get into the open lake, because they close at 4:30. And I think we made it through here at about 4:20 with just 10 minutes to spare, and he didn't even have to use the lock system because the levels were the same. So we were able to cruise through, which was a blessing because we were trying to get to the Roland and Ann Martin Marina on the other side of the lake. And this is us getting into open water. Water was a little dirty like chocolate milk, but we were able to use the autopilot on the WTF and get up on the deck and enjoy some scenery and do a little 360 for you guys. But eventually we made it to the other side right as the sun was setting here, got into the marina and got tied up, and got to check that place out. All right, guys. Well, we made it to I believe it's the Roland Martin Marina. One of the stuff. We're kind of crunched for time. We're trying to get this boat back as quick as possible, but this is one stop I really wanted to make, and it worked out because we got here right around 7:30. So came in here, spun the boat around, and pulled it up to the dock. We're gonna go up to the bar and grab a cocktail.
Diane and Bob.
This is Diane and Bob, where they just got some merch. Yep, and they gave us some merch. Well, her book.
Go on Amazon.
Waiting on a Part, which has kind of been the story of our theme of our whole thing. We've literally been calling ahead trying to get a high pressure pump for the motor, and
Waiting on a part.
We've been doing it for 10
If you're a
years.
motor, you're waiting on a part.
little restaurant. I know they got a bait and tackle, normal stuff. Little marine shop. So they got a pretty decent restaurant. But we're gonna get some fuel later.
It looks miserable.
He does.
Poor baby.
He wants to be in the lake.
Yes, he does.
You want to break him free?
Yeah.
You just run him
It
right
won't be
over
that
there
far.
and throw him
We
in.
can make it in time.
Well, Leslie never got to set free Billy the Bass, but we hung out with him for a while and said hello, and then we finally had to run back to the boat and get some Skin So Soft out because the mosquitoes here were brutal, and Skin So Soft works really good. But we made it into the bait shop, or the pro shop there, and checked out the stuff that they had, and eventually went over to the restaurant and had a good meal and a couple drinks and laughed about our day and planned our next leg of our adventure. But it was a great day. We made it through the locks. We had some fun. We saw some good stuff, and it was a safe trip. And now we're just planning the next trip, so stay tuned for the next leg of our adventure, guys. Thanks for watching.